My asshole been open more than it's been ever in my life.
Should I say I have to take
Everybody. You got one?
But girls don't do that.
My shit running. Diddy took my ass.
Should I say I have to take
Everybody. You got one?
But girls don't do that.
My shit running. Diddy took my ass. You can't hold it no more. My shit been running ever since. My asshole been open more than it's been ever in my life. Right.
Welcome back to the channel. It's that guy, TheEnergyEli. Please do make sure you comment, like, share, and subscribe, man. Fellas, listen, when it comes to masculinity, when it comes to, your manhood, it is valuable. It is very much, sought after. It is a prized possession. And as demonstrated in the video that you just saw from Ray J, or furthermore, should I say, he actually said that Diddy, took his manhood. Now, he said that his bottom half, doesn't even, quote unquote, function as it once did. And the basis of this video is not just to speak about Ray J, but more so into, you have to take care of your manhood. Now, I don't know how old Ray J was when this, incident, if it did occur, actually occurred. But fellas, what I can say is protect your manhood. Protect, what is yours. Protect it at all costs, man, and at certain times in our lives, individuals may be around us to, push us a certain way because they don't understand. They just see the quote unquote, the money, but they're not looking at the long-term effects. Ray J is what, a 40-something-year-old man now? And this definitely is still affecting him. Now, as you saw the video, she tried to, who I believe might have been, I'm guessing his girlfriend, whoever, she tried to tell Ray J to basically be quiet. But Ray J just kept going. But you notice that everyone was laughing. You notice that everyone was like, ha. But there's always truth in a joke. So when it comes down to you as a man, when that part of you is taken, you're forever changed. And as you see, Ray J is somewhat scarred. Like, it's almost as if, whatever, I don't know if he was consuming alcohol, but the alcohol was floating. And they always say when someone is, sedated, when someone is under the influence, that's when the truth usually comes out to some form or degree. In fashion, because you've been holding these things, you've been suppressing them. But when you feel inebriated, when you feel under the influence, that's when things just flow because you're relaxed. So, and obviously, Diddy's on trial right now, and I don't really want to get too far into the whole, Diddy trial and everything else. The basis of this video, is about, as a man, guarding your masculinity. This channel is about 3 pillars: self-development, fitness, and traveling. So this, pillar today that we're speaking on is self-development. As a man, you have to self-develop. You have to continue to level up. You have to build yourself. And as you can see, even when you're broken, you still have to build yourself up. You still have to put yourself in a certain level, to put yourself, at a certain, and as it's seen, when you're broken, as from the example from Ray J, I'm just using the example, it's hard to put the pieces back together. If you all have been seeing him around on camera lately or on videos, he always seems to be under the influence. Ray J was dealing with all those things with the Whitney Houston stuff, and everything was linked to, A, B, C, and D. When you're trying to cope, when you're trying to still build and continue to grow and level up, that's a part of, how you may feel. That's a part of certain things you're going to experience. And as you can see, Ray J is hurting, man. He's hurting. Something's going on. Something is definitely going on. And I want you to know, fellas, that in the midst of whatever you're going through, you still gotta rise. You still gotta level up. I know it's tough. I know it's hard. But in the midst of it all, you still have to rise, man. So I'm just letting you guys see this as an example of how you have to, still overcome, through prayer, through meditation, through fitness, through traveling. Things that are gonna build you up rather than tear you down, with alcohol and drugs, and those things are gonna break you down, But I'm just showing you the effects psychologically of what things can happen. You could have done something when you was 8 years old and you become a 50, 60-year-old man. It still can have an effect on you if you've never healed that person, that part of you, if you never journaled about it, if you never written about it, if you didn't really understand what it was at the time, but now you understand where you are and where you're trying to go. So merely when I'm speaking of those things, and merely when I'm speaking This video was more so as to say, guard your manhood at all costs and stay focused and continue to level up. Once again, my name is TheEnergyEli. Please do make sure you comment, like, share, and subscribe. Follow TheEnergyEli on all social media platforms. Hey, I'm out. Bleed.